Hey everybody, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Brian.
And we've been talking a lot, obviously, about different aspects of inspection, cleaning, re-inspecting again. And we always talk about proactive inspection. Another aspect of this is making sure that when you're inspecting, a common mistake is neglecting to inspect both sides of the end connection. Everybody always forgets that probably the most common mistake that people make is, hey, did you inspect and clean? Yeah, sure. My patch cord was pristine. Everything is great. But let's not forget that there's two sides to every
exactly.
connection.
I mean, Tyler, if you think about it, if you go through and you only clean one end, essentially what you're going to do is actually cross-contaminate the other end face. So if I clean my patch cord, but I forget to clean the connector inside the bulkhead adapter, anything that's on one surface is going to transfer. Typically with residues, you'll actually see what I call the coffee ring stain, right?
Yeah.
And you'll see, and that's where the two ferrules come into contact. If you do it with dust, the problem is you're going to transfer the dust and you'll have particle migration. Plus, the other thing too is what? The dust will scratch the end face, right? And cause permanent defects. But
potentially embed right in there. And now after that,
right.
if you try to clean it reactively, it might not even be removable. And so we figured I set up a microscope here just to show you exactly what this looks like. Here is actually, I've got this LC connector plugged into the patch cord microscope. Perfectly clean connector here. Now I've got in my hand, here's an LC bulkhead that I've contaminated. It's known to be dirty. Here, if you inspect that and if you look at that, you can see it's clearly dirty on the end face of that one. I'm going to take this connector, this one here that it's known to be clean, plug that in, make the connection. Now, if I hadn't have inspected this one, I had no idea that it was dirty, but I did inspect this patch cord here, and I thought, oh, it's clean, it's perfectly fine. And then I went to go plug that in, and thinking everything was good. Look at that again. Now, Brian was talking about the coffee ring effect here. You can kind of show this was a clean connector. It was plugged into a dirty port with a dirty fiber connector. And now you see what ends up happening afterwards. This is why it's important to be checking both sides.
Yeah, exactly. And then also when you're doing your testing, remember that when you're plugging in your reference cords, you want to make sure that you're keeping those clean as well. You never want to take your nice test cables, right, and plug it in, because if you do, you can actually end up causing damage to your test equipment, right?
Yeah.
As well as you could be transferring the contaminant, or actually, like you said, scratching or pitting the end face if you have dust onto your test assemblies, and that would end up skewing the results.
Yeah.
Right?
So the good news is with the cleaning devices that we have now, here's a ClickStyle cleaner. It's yours. This actually has the ability to clean both sides.
That's correct.
So maybe, I know that this is kind of a troubleshooting reactive phase right now. We've already made it, but
yeah.
So give it a shot?
Absolutely. Let's see if we can do it in one shot.
So now normally, again, this is a practice that we'd want to do proactively before you actually made it. You run the risk, of course, of embedding that debris in there. Plug that in, and now you can see he got most of it off. And this is a great example here about why you want to inspect after every time that you clean. Let's see if we got it that time.
Yep.
Boom, there you go. And that's why you want to always inspect, clean,
and re-inspect.
So there you go. That's another aspect of inspect, clean, inspect before you connect. Never assume that just because you checked your test lead that everything is clean. You got to make sure you check it.
Yeah, and you can never assume that the cables that are coming in out of the bag or that the connectors inside the fiber management panel or equipment are always clean. Make sure you always check both ends, right?
That's right. Until next time, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Brian. Thanks for watching.